Welcome to Forking Around with Flavor South Florida. I'm Kerri Paizzi, CEO of Flavor South Florida. We are sitting down with entrepreneurs, business owners, and influential community partners to talk growth, trials, tribulations, and more. These conversations lead into Flavor South Florida, the region's largest restaurant month, happening every September from the 1st through the 30th. If you're in hospitality or thinking about building something meaningful in this industry, you're in the right place. Pull up a chair and let's get into it. This episode is sponsored by Ultima Caviar. Visit them at ultimacaviar.com. Today we welcome Noel Martinez. He is the president of Palm Beach North Chamber. If you're out at events in Palm Beach County, I assure you, you've seen him out. He's the man everyone knows. Welcome to the show.
Oh my God, Kerri, thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here with you today.
Thanks for coming on. I'm so excited you're here. And you really are out and about. Everyone says this about me, but you really are out and about everywhere, every night. How do you do that?
You are too. You are too. So
I know, I see you out a lot.
No, you know what? It's part of my job, right? I have to be everywhere. I think support our local businesses. So I try to get out as much as possible. I enjoy it. You know, it's part of my job. That's what I signed up for.
So what is your job exactly entail? What do you do?
So I'm president and CEO of the Palm Beach North Chamber of Commerce. We are a membership organization made up of businesses, over 800 businesses that go all the way from West Palm Beach all the way up to Tequesta. I think our number one job, our most important thing that we do is to advocate for our businesses, right? We were started 77 years ago on the front porch of a Riviera businessman's home, right on his front porch, because there was an issue that he had to deal with, and he knew that if we brought some businesses together, they would be stronger together. So we've been doing it for 77 years. You know, advocacy is number one. We do over 100 different events a year for our members to be able to network and get to know each other. We do some work in the education space that we can maybe talk about as well later. And then all kinds of marketing opportunities and opportunities for our members to really develop relationships in the community.
Where is this man today? The Riviera man.
Oh, I don't know. It was 77 years ago. I would have loved to meet him, but I tell that story all the time because it reminds you of like what we were doing 77 years ago, we're still doing today. So I love to tell that story.
Could you imagine Palm Beach County 77 years ago?
Very
Riviera
different.
Beach 77 years ago?
Think about it in the last 5-10 years. Think about how much it's changed. Think about just the northern end of Palm Beach County. It's nuts.
So I will dive in here in a second, but I started coming here in 95. My grandfather moved to Stewart in 95. This is the first time I came to this area. And just from what I've seen since 95 in Stewart development, I know you're Palm Beach, but even Jupiter. So my grandfather had a hurricane shutter company and Impact Windows. Well, it wasn't Impact at the time, but so Jupiter and Stewart. And it was nothing. Not built up at all. And so just to see the evolution of all of our county here, Palm Beach County, is just insane.
We have more people coming. We have a lot more people coming.
Is that fact?
By 2030, we're going to have over 170,000 people moving right here to Palm Beach
Where
County.
are they going to move to?
There's still a lot of growth. There's still a lot of potential. I mean, you've seen all the development going on in West Palm, especially out west in Palm Beach Gardens, Lake Park, Riviera Beach. I mean, there's so much development. We've got to be ready for the influx of people that are coming down.
Where do you see the most development? Like, where's the growth happening? Any specific spots?
I think all over. We're on fire right now. Like we live in a very, very special community, right? It's not only gorgeous and the quality of life is unreal and we've got good schools, but it's also very business friendly. It's also a place where the weather's nice. It's got a good tax climate. People want to be here, right? So that's why we have such an influx of people coming in. But to answer your question as far as development, where they're going, mostly, I mean, you see a big chunk of them moving into West Palm. You've seen what's going on in Palm Beach Gardens, in Jupiter again, Riviera Beach, Lake Park. Yeah. I mean, that US 1 corridor between like West Palm all the way through North Palm Beach and Riviera Beach and Lake Park, in the next 10 years, we're not going to be able to recognize it. It's going to be completely different, but it's all good stuff. All good stuff coming here to Palm Beach North.
Where are they moving from?
That's a great question, right? Really from all over the place, but you'll see a big chunk of them coming from the Northeast, right? From the New York, the Northeast region. Believe it or not, I've also heard there's a lot of people from California moving here. Like I don't have the exact statistics for you from where they're coming from, but I do know a big chunk of them are coming from the Northeast, and I've heard California as well.
Huh. That's a lot of data. What was your start before you came into the position you're in now?
So you and I have talked about this before, right? I've spent many years in the restaurant industry and data and numbers. I run the organization like if it was a business, right? So
Right.
I think I started in the restaurant business. I played baseball in college for a couple years, waited tables, bus tables, bartended, kind of get my way through college. Ended up going into it full time. I was a restaurant manager for half my life. Traveled all over South Florida opening up restaurants. I was part of those like new corporate teams that would come in and help open restaurants for Bonefish Grill.
Okay.
When we opened up the Bonefish Grill up here, 20 years ago, I joined the Chamber of Commerce.
20 years ago was 2006, right?
It's crazy.
Not
Yes.
96.
Did I say 96 or
No,
2006?
but that's what it says 20 years ago. I think 96. So I somewhere lost 10 years along the way.
I graduated in
know what happened.
95, so high school in 95. But
Crazy.
I joined the Chamber of Commerce, fell in love with the organization, fell in love with the community. Before you know it, I ended up going to work for them as their membership director. And that's it. I've been in the chamber industry since then. I took a little bit of break in the middle, but love it. Love what I do. I get to be around people, as you know. You and I both enjoy people, and this is a people business. So it's a good spot for me to land.
So you said you played baseball. Mm-hmm. Did you play baseball with Jay Bird from the KVJ show?
Have we talked about that?
No.
That is crazy.
We never talked about that.
Him and I played at BCC together my sophomore year. And I make fun of him all the time. Him and I both played first base, right? So I spent a lot of time. I called him, that's Pennington. We always called him Pennington. Now he's Jay Bird. He's big and famous, and he's a big deal in town now.
Yeah.
But back then, we used to call him Pennington, and we would just make fun of each other, beat each other up all the time. How he is on the radio is how he is in real life.
Right.
He's always been like that since we were like 19 years old. But yes, I did play baseball with Jay Bird down at Broward Community College down south. Great dude, great heart, and just hilarious. The guy does the craziest stuff.
Virginia told me that.
Did she?
Yeah. That's
All
how I
right.
knew that tidbit of information.
Okay, another great human.
Isn't that funny?
We've got so many great friends,
We
right?
have the coolest community here.
We do.
Like,
we do.
really do.
100%.
So you played baseball with Jay Bird. I mean, I would like to see some footage of that. What was your baseball team?
But the Broward Community College
No, who's your
Seahawks.
team? Who's your league now?
Oh gosh, now I'm still a Yankee fan.
Yeah, you better be.
I'm a Yankee fan. Growing up in South Florida, before we had the Marlins, all we had was in Fort Lauderdale. The Yankees would come down for spring training.
Yeah,
that was their old spring training home. So that's how I fell in love with the Yankees.
Because they're the best.
They're pretty darn good. Yeah, they're not too bad.
Pretty good.
Not a bad team to root for.
Great team, my team. So you mentioned just a second ago that you stepped away from the chamber for a little while. Why did you leave, and what led you to come back?
So I left because I wanted to grow. I had spent about 5 years as a director of membership development. We were on fire, tons of great things going on at the chamber. And there were a couple opportunities that I thought, hey, I have to go after it. Every once in a while, you got to take a chance. It didn't work out. I mean, I jumped into the private sector for a little bit. Then I went to go run a leadership Palm Beach County. I was on their board. I kind of got recruited to be their executive director, which was an amazing job, amazing organization. I still love that organization to death. And then I did that for about 3 years. And eventually my old boss moved on to go do some other things. And there was an opening at the chamber. And I still love the chamber. I mean, I've always been a chamber guy at heart. And I interviewed for the position, and some way, somehow, here I am 6.5 years later as their CEO.
Look at you go.
It's crazy.
But it seems that it's just like a really perfect fit, I feel like.
Thank you. I never in a million years would I have ever thought that I would be running a chamber of commerce. I'm just a Cuban kid from like Hialeah, right? I probably didn't even know what a chamber of commerce was back in the day, but it's just a testament to how amazing this community is, right? I moved up here, fell in love with it, and the right people just kind of took me under their wing and introduced me to the right people and just helped me grow as a leader. And some way, somehow, I don't know, I got to pinch myself sometimes because this is like my dream job. I absolutely love what I do.
So you're not leaving anytime soon, huh?
No,
That's yours to keep?
We got too much work to do here in Palm Beach North.
I mean, you said 2030, look out. So under your leadership, the chamber was named Chamber of the Year. How did that happen? How did it make you feel? That's a big deal.
It is, and we're very proud of that. And I know our board is very, very proud of that award. I'll say this, there isn't just one thing that I did or any of us did. I think that's a reflection of our community and how special our community really is, right? I think the one thing about Palm Beach North that is different than any other community that I hear about, because I work with chamber executives all over the state and I'm friends with other chamber CEOs throughout the state. What makes us different is how well we collaborate and how well we work together, how the private sector and the public sector come together to do what's best for the community, right? Doesn't mean we always agree. Doesn't mean we're always on the same side of an argument, but at the end of the day, we want to move this community forward. And I think a lot of the chamber success is because of that, because we live in such a special community and have such an amazing board that is super supportive of some of the crazy stuff that I come up with, right? Whether it's starting a new program or creating our podcast or doing things with Artie Gras that are a little bit crazier than what we normally do. But we've got just a group of people on our board that really, really care about this community and support me in helping me do some fun stuff.
So tell the listeners that what is the chamber exactly doing on the day-to-day? You just mentioned Artie Gras, you have fun events, you're doing, give me some really cool examples of things that you're doing. What does somebody have to look forward to if they join the chamber?
All right, so I love that you asked that question because I get asked all the time, what does the Chamber of Commerce do? People don't realize it. My short answer is that we do a lot of the things that you don't even know are happening, right? Mm-hmm. We are a convener. We bring people together to get things done. What does a day-to-day look like for me specifically, and then I'll get into the chamber. Mm-hmm. I'm everywhere. Just today I had a breakfast meeting at 8 a.m., ran to the office, had a staff meeting, then had a luncheon. Here I am recording a podcast with the legendary Kerri. My day's different every single day. Sometimes I'm at a council meeting till 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night, 11 o'clock at night sometimes. My schedule's completely different. From a chamber standpoint, it never stops. Mm-hmm. We have a team of 12 staff members that produce over 100 events for our chamber members. And we also produce 4 economic driving community events. Mm-hmm. We talked about Artie Gras. The Artie Gras Fine Arts Festival is one of the top ranked arts festivals in the country. Thanks to you're an amazing partner to the Artie Gras Fine Arts Festival.
That's every February.
President's Day weekend. Yeah, every year, President's Day weekend. This year, we're actually moving it up a weekend. I don't know. Can't think of the date off the top of my head.
Super Bowl is falling on Valentine's Day that weekend, and it's February 14th next year will be. Did you know this?
I did.
Super Bowl and Valentine's Day, same weekend.
Who wants to go up against Super Bowl?
What is going to happen?
There'd be a lot of wives upset.
I think so.
A lot of girlfriends and wives upset because a lot of guys are going to be watching the Super Bowl.
So therefore, Artie Gras will move up to the weekend right before that. So that would, I guess, be the 6th and the 7th of 2027.
That's correct. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, so it's the first week of February. Super excited about that.
Beautiful weather that time of year.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Perfect weather.
Gorgeous. We also produce another arts festival called Art Fest by the Sea, which is right along US 1, which is a beautiful arts festival. We produce the Loggerhead Triathlon, which is a 40-year-old sprint triathlon that's been going on here in Juneau and Jupiter for 40 plus years. And then this new festival that we've started last year called the Jupiter Harbor Fest, which is like a country coastal kind of music festival that we have at Harborside, which is a blast. So on top of all the chamber stuff and all the government affairs stuff that we do, we also produce some events that we're very proud of because it drives some economic activity in our region. Right. Those people, Artie Gras alone gets tens of thousands of people to attend Artie Gras. Mm-hmm. Those people are going to get gas at the gas station, at our gas stations. They're going to eat at our restaurants on the way home. They're going to buy something at the shops when they're walking by. So we're really, really proud of those events as well.
So you have a leadership event, right? And then I know you have just monthly, networking events also, because I've attended a few.
Yeah, from a chamber standpoint, every month we have a chamber breakfast where we have anywhere from 150 up to 400 people attend a breakfast.
What time is this breakfast?
It's a little early, 7:15. Usually starts at 7:15.
Where?
Depends.
Okay.
So it's either at PG National or the Palm Beach Gardens Marriott.
Both great locations, but I am not a morning person.
I know you're not a morning person. And I'm not a night person.
I can't ever attend the breakfast.
You're going out when I'm going to bed. I think you and I have talked about this.
Yeah, that's probably true.
I'm an early riser and I go to bed 8:39, 9 p.m. I'm out. I'm done.
I like a 6 o'clock. I'm not like a 6 o'clocker. I like to eat dinner at 6. I like to have a drink at 6. I like to go out at 6 and maybe be home by 10.
Can you believe that we're going out to dinner at 6 o'clock now?
I like who to eat at 6 o'clock.
Who have we become?
I do not. I got so mad. I went to a restaurant a couple weeks ago and we had a 7 o'clock reservation and they didn't seat us till 8:15. I was hangry. I was not happy. And I felt like I was really going to mess up my whole like groove and my whole digestive system eating at 8 o'clock. I'm like, this is so late. But that's me. I like an early bird dinner.
A group of friends, we just went to Napa and Sonoma to celebrate one of my buddy's 50th, one of my best buds' 50th birthday. And, you know, with the time change and everything, we had 8 o'clock dinner reservations at certain places. That's like at 11 o'clock here.
Right.
Like, think about that.
With the time change,
over there, I
yeah.
was falling asleep at dinner. It's crazy. But yeah, I like to eat early as well. You know, I definitely like to be out. But again, when you get up at 4:30 in the morning, you're toast by 7, 8 o'clock at night anyway.
Do you work out?
I do. I try.
Are you one of these people that like runs 5 a.m., 5 miles or?
Not a runner, right? And I'm not as consistent in the gym as I'd like to.
But you're a morning workout, aren't you?
I'm a morning guy. Yeah, I'm in the gym by 5.
Oh, God.
I'm in by the gym. I'm up at 4:30. I'm at the gym by 5, 5:15. You know,
Oof.
if I'm not lazy or I don't have a chamber event.
I always tell my trainer, I would literally, so I work out at 5 p.m. I do my work for the day, and then I go work out at 5 p.m., and then I eat my high protein dinner at 6 p.m. See how that works?
It works.
Then I drink at 7 p.m. See, it's great.
Yeah, see, I'm sleeping by that. I'm
So
already
I'm
falling
ready to
asleep.
go.
I'm already
Let's go.
tired.
5 a.m., I would actually drop weights on my head. I would. And that's exactly why I will not do that morning. The only time I'll get up that early is if I have a flight. And when I do take that 7 a.m. flight, which is once every other year, I always get mad that I did it. And every time I'm like, I'm never doing this again. And what do? Do it again because it's $200 cheaper.
All those
It's not worth it for me.
All those years of
Not doing
me
it.
working in the restaurant industry, I used to get home at 12, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning every day.
Yeah.
I never realized how miserable I used to be that late at night.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I'm fine. If I'm in my bed by midnight, my sleep time is like midnight to 8 a.m. And then I drink my coffee from like 8 to 9, check my emails, and then I talk to humans by 10. And everybody knows that. And my phone is on Do Not Disturb till 10 a.m. But I will also answer a client's call at 8 p.m. So that's like it's so weird because that's like my time, my work time.
Yep. I get it. Yeah, I
Like
get
right
it.
now it's midday and I'm like, let's go. Let's do things. Now I'm like, right. And you're probably winding down.
It's almost the end of I'm
You're like,
I'm
done.
ready to
I'm
go to
like, I
bed.
just started. Let's go. Let's do things. So you sit on multiple boards and operate pretty high levels across the state. So how do you decide what actually deserves the attention and what doesn't?
You know, I try not to say yes to everything,
Mm-hmm.
right? I do. I'm very lucky to get, asked to serve on multiple boards. Why do I say yes to certain things? I mean, there's certain organizations that I really care about. I'm very involved with Leadership Florida, which is an organization that I love that's had a huge impact on me, both professionally and personally. So that's why I've continued to be engaged with Leadership Florida. There's another organization, the Florida Association of Chamber Professionals, that I am about to end my tenure as chair. Another organization that I owe so much to, because I feel like I would not be a chamber CEO if it wasn't for that
Do
organization.
you want to name that organization?
The FACP, the Florida
that's the
Association of Chamber
FACP.
Professionals. Yeah, FACP. And then, there's multiple organizations that I'm involved with that are somewhat work related. Like I serve on the Discover the Palm Beaches board. Right?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Did
that's a
I?
huge economic driver for us here
Yeah.
in our region, right? And they've got great leadership, great board. I'm very honored to be a part of that board.
I feel like those go hand in hand in my head. The chamber and Discover the Palm Beaches.
100%.
Right?
Yeah, I agree with you 100%.
Yeah.
And that is very aligned with what I do every day, right? I think if there's anything that has to do with economic development, we'd love to get involved and help and support, because I think the closer we work, the more collaboration that happens, the better it is for all of us.
I agree 100%. And that's why, I guess ultimately we met through Flavor South Florida, and that's the collaboration effort with that program is just tremendous. I tell everybody all the time, it's not my program. It's the community's program. That's why if you look at Flavor's Instagram, it's not my face all over the place, or at least I try for it not to be. It's other people's experiences of the local restaurants that I collaborate with. And I'm like, this is your page. This is your page. This is your page. You all, let's make this a community effort, right? And I also really adore Milton. You introduced me to Milton. He is the CEO of the Discover the Palm Beaches. And he's lovely as well. We should have him on the podcast. But I met him that one time at the party that we were at, the Flavor sponsor party. And it's just really fascinating, the passion that you both have for the community. That's what it comes down to. It's passion.
He's the best. I love that guy.
I think he probably would say the same thing. I mean, a lot of people say that about you too.
I
He's
love
the best.
Milton is one of the best in the business. We are so lucky to have him here in Palm Beach County. And I work with chamber CEOs all over the state, in the country. I've got friends all over the country that run chambers of commerce.
Yeah.
Not everybody has a Milton, right? And the work that the Discover the Palm Beaches is doing for our brand here in Palm Beach County is
They're monsters.
they're unbelievable. I'm very proud of the work that they're doing.
They do a fantastic job, and they're growing it. They do the campaign, the Love the Palm Beaches campaign, which is great. We do a lot of partnership advertising with them for flavor, and we did a Bright Line campaign last season. We've done quite a few things with them. They have really great resources, and you know, in addition to flavor, I think you know that I also own a marketing company and a music booking company. And when in the marketing company, people will come to me all the time and say, "Oh, any industry, not just a restaurant, what should I do?" And the first thing I say to them is, have you joined the chamber? I'm serious. That's the actual first thing I say to them. Because to me, that's the most logical thing to do. Be amongst your peers, especially if you're new here. Meet people, get out, go to the breakfast or the dinner, where you'll find me instead, and get into the community. Because you can do all the social media marketing you want. You can place billboards. You can do newspaper, TV, radio. Think about all the marketing aspects. I think the chamber is so incredibly valuable. I really do. I'm not like blowing smoke up your ass right now.
I'm going to have you start selling sponsorships for us.
But it's true. And it's cost effective too. It's not a crazy amount of money. And it makes sense. As a matter of fact, Amber, who works for me with Flavor, her and I were at an event and a chamber event. We met Amy, who owns Oceana Coffee. Guess what? Comment. Now Amy is going to be Oceana. Is going to be a Flavor sponsor this season. So you'll see some Oceana Coffee tied into Flavor. I'm not giving away too much, but have you heard of BNI?
100%. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, of course.
So I was in a BNI chapter here in Gardens for many, many years, and I made a lot of really great friends who I still am friends. This was 10 years ago when I first moved to Florida, maybe longer. And I'm still friends with them to this day. And that group taught me so much, this similar to the chamber, just the way of thinking, the way of networking, the way of approaching people. And I feel like you're the same way. We're not takers. I feel like we're reciprocators and givers. And I feel like that's the best way to do business, always. Or at least that's my business model, because like, I'm never going to look at somebody and say, what's in this for me? My first attempt is always to help them. And usually karma comes back and it helps me back, you know? And I feel like you're the same way. And I think that's important in a leadership role. And I think your leadership is so commendable.
Thank you, Kerri. That's super sweet of you to say. You know, business is about relationships at the end of the day. People are going to do business with people they know, like, and trust, right? I think we have 13 chambers of commerce here in Palm Beach County, right? There are a lot of chambers, 13 chambers of commerce. And we've got some great
Can you name
chambers.
Them all?
I can.
But can I name them all?
You probably could if you tried. But I tell people all the time, I don't care what chamber you join,
Yeah.
but you should be a part of your chamber because you're supporting each other. You're supporting the mission of making our community a better place. And it's not just the business community, it's the community as a whole. You know, for years, chambers have been viewed as, you know, the networking event where you go and you mix up, you know, you exchange business cards, or you show up to the business hour after hours, or the power networking event, you meet 1 billion people in 10 minutes. Chambers are so much more than that. Like, chambers are really helping shape the future of communities. They're bringing people together that normally would not be able to be in the same room together. They're giving small business owners like you, Kerri, a voice.
Yeah.
They're giving you a voice in Tallahassee, right? Fighting to make this community a better place, right? So I think you should be a member of your local chamber. I'd love for you to be a member of our chamber, right? Of course. But if you live in another community or there's another chamber, you got to get involved.
But you can be in multiple chambers.
You can. Yeah. And there's no better way. There's no
I
better way to
actually
get engaged.
So I belong to your chamber. I belong to Palm Beach Chamber. I belong to Stewart Chamber. I used to be in Jensen, but I'm not in Jensen anymore. So yeah, I'm in
Those are
3
great
right now.
chambers, great chambers of commerce, doing
And
some
all
great
different
stuff
people,
for the communities.
different demographics. And
100%.
And I enjoy it. And the thing is, I feel like when you say networking event, the first thing that goes to your mind would normally be ick. Because in past, I would go, somebody say, oh, let's go to networking. And I'm talking like 10 years ago, like building businesses and things like that. And I would go, and it's kind of a little bit short of a really bad, like, blind date, like a bunch of people like that were just trying to get a date in a way, but that's not what the chamber events are by any means. And that's not what the B&I groups are by any means. There's some groups, and that's what I was saying to people all the time. It's like, these actually make sense. Like, one thing that's still valuable to me is my time and like where I'm spending it and who I'm spending it with. It's like, I would 100% say, yes, it is absolutely worth your time to spend 2 hours in that room at a chamber event. So if you don't already belong to your chamber, join your chamber. I think that's like just important.
Sell it, girl.
So to my next piece of questions here. If you had to give a small business owner one brutally honest piece of advice right now, what would it be aside from join your chamber? This episode is sponsored by Ultima Caviar. Experience exceptional. Visit them at ultimacaviar.com.
Well, I mean, I get out in your community, serve your community, serve first. I think the business will come. We live in such a special place, right? And we need good people to get involved. There's so many different ways to serve. You could serve on the chamber and the chamber boards. You could run for office, serve at a city council or in the planning and zoning committee. Get involved. If there's one piece of advice that I give any business owner is get involved, because there's so much going on behind the scenes that you can't even imagine what's going on behind the scenes. So get involved in the community, get out there, meet some people, and the business will come.
I don't think you could say that any better, because it's true. And I think we're in a world, especially now, where people don't resonate with a business per se anymore. They resonate with a person. Don't you agree?
100%.
Like, they need a face to that business to want to visit the business and actually support it, because they know they're supporting Jim, not Jim's subs, right?
100%. I agree with you. I agree with you 1,000%.
Are there any businesses that you feel like need a little more attention that don't get enough attention?
We have such a diverse economy here in Palm Beach North. I think if you take a step back and you really look about what's going on, the healthcare industry is actually exploding. It's exploding. We've got like 3 brand new hospitals being built here. We just had the grand opening at the Arthur B. Miller Medical Center 2 weeks ago. We've got 2 brand new hospitals being built out in Avenir. The healthcare industry is absolutely exploding. Not that they need any love, but I want people to be aware of the quality of healthcare that we have here in Palm Beach County is unbelievable, and it's getting even better because, you've got these hospitals coming in and competition just makes it better. So got to give our healthcare industry some love. Of course, we had the financial services sector that's really blowing up. You hear about this Wall Street South movement. That is real life. It's happening. Mm-hmm. It's happening in West Palm. And we get a lot of that overflow here in the northern end of Palm Beach County, right? So that's another industry to pay attention to, right? Our restaurants, and not because I'm on your show here today.
Talk to me about restaurants. Do it.
We have a very underrated food drink and wine scene here, West Palm Beach North. Nothing against anybody down south, because we've got some great restaurants there as well. But my God, we are spoiled. Mm-hmm. And people aren't talking enough about the amazing restaurants that we have here. So
tell me, give me your top 5 to 10 favorite dishes, favorite chefs.
All right, throw on my shorts, flip flops, t-shirt, hog snappers.
Okay, what are you ordering at hog snappers?
Oh man, I forget the plantains with all what do they call it? The something where they just got all the meat on top of the plantain. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. That thing is unbelievable. I love their whole fried snapper. Because you really can't get that in many places up here. Their sushi is phenomenal.
Yeah. Right?
Great sushi. Ella, curry and cocktails. My wife and I's favorite little Friday night hangout. We go and sit in the corner of the bar and grab some of those amazing tater tots. That unbelievable. there's so many. There's too many names that I don't want to forget somebody and get in trouble
Don't
because
you
I know
won't
some
just
of
give
my
me
friends.
three more.
Three more. Nev's Barbecue in Palm Beach Gardens.
Nev's just got something just happened with them.
Yeah, they were on the Food Network.
They were on
the
Diners,
Drive-In and Dives.
Yeah.
I mean, amazing barbecue. We all know it. A great family, local family that's been here for a long time. Evo's another like just staple. Again, I could go on and on and on and on, but I don't want
These are all
to forget
different
any of my
cuisines.
friends.
So
They're all different.
You hit Italian, you got your sushi, you've got barbecue. All right. What are we
Blackbird's
missing?
amazing. There's a
Blackbird,
little
yeah.
Asian flair.
We had them on the podcast, the Blackbird guys.
Yeah, it's a great concept.
They're awesome.
What a great concept.
They're
yeah.
awesome. You have to check out that episode.
What's the new one? The new Arthur and Sons.
Arthur. Have you been there yet?
Amazing. Very hard to get in.
What'd you order?
Oh my God, we ordered too much. I'll tell you, that's what we ordered. But my wife and I went in there, sat at the bar, which is usually our go-to. We just try to kind of sneak in and sit at the bar. And we ordered way too much food. Like, you know, we each ordered an entree and a salad, and we ate maybe half of one of the entrees. But spectacular, like New York Italian food. So good. So
Did you
good.
get the chicken parm?
I think we did get the chicken parm.
It's like the biggest chicken parm I've ever
the
seen
size
in
of
my
this
life.
table.
I know.
Yeah, it's really good stuff.
It is a big chicken parm.
Mm-hmm.
That's all that's sticking out to me. We ate a lot of the food, but like, actually, they're having a pasta night tonight. I was invited to, and I might scoot over there after.
I might go with you.
You're-
What time are we going?
It's late, man.
Oh, it's past my bedtime.
6:00.
Past my bedtime. Sorry.
But yeah, no, we really do have. We had 107 restaurants on Flavor last season, and this year we are looking to. I could probably confidently say that we'll have more than that this year.
Our summers aren't as slow as they used to be. Our
they're not,
off
but-
season is getting shorter. We've got more and more people moving here. I know it's hot outside,
But
but
it's
you know what?
still
But
like-
we've got to support our local restaurants in the summer. No doubt.
Yeah, it still is a very slow month because if you think about it, like they have these spikes, right? So like May, they have Mother's Day, holiday time, they're busy. There's certain things. Father's Day, they'll get a little something. Easter, Valentine's Day. There's like nothing much going on for restaurants in August or September in general, you know? So just that in itself is, I think, it's with or without it being like a snowbird situation. It's just statistically has been and probably will be forever. You know, somebody asked me recently, like, would you do a Flavor in like Nantucket or somewhere else? And yeah, I would, I think, but it wouldn't be September. It would probably be like March. You know,
When everybody's here.
You got it right. So you kind of got to do it for those locals. That's the point of the program.
So, you know, you talked about, you know, why that happens. And there's a lot going on in August and September. Kids are back in school.
Yeah.
You're taking that last minute vacation right before the kids go back to school. I mean, it's just, there's so much going on. So I understand. I get it. I can see why restaurants are a little slower.
So Miami Spice does August and September. They do 2 months. And so a couple of the restaurants have asked me if we could start in August. And I said no, and I will continue to say no because I think that takes the allure away. I think by September, people are going to be kind of like over it, honestly. And I'm not, it's nothing to do. Miami's a different animal. Miami's not us.
No.
Right? So
Nothing against Miami. I love Miami.
I love
and
Miami.
from there, I just said I'm a
But
Cuban kid from Hialeah. Like, I
for
love it. But
our community, I just don't feel that that's what it is. I feel like August, kids are getting back to school and you're getting into a routine and it's kind of a bumpy month. And the restaurants actually do put out prefix menus or usually a summer special in August. It's not a flavor menu till September, but they do. And I think they should. I mean, it's slow. Do what you got to do, you know?
I would love to see the data on the restaurants where they were before flavor and after flavor, like over the last few years, right? Do you have that
I
data?
have their numbers. Yeah. I have how many like menus they've sold. I've had, like you're saying, like a September they didn't do flavor versus a September that they
Or
did.
they did, yeah, and the impact on sales and
Yeah.
how it's affected their restaurant.
Well, I could tell you there's one restaurant that last season that did $100,000 in flavor menus in September. The average is probably about $20,000 to $30,000 in flavor menu sales. And that's not including alcohol. That's not including any additional anything. That's just their 3-course flavor menus. So if you're getting anywhere from $20,000 to $100,000 extra in
Yeah.
September,
It's a big number.
That's a big number for a restaurant at that time.
Especially in the summer. Yep.
Yeah, and they're going to tell you, any chef will tell you that they're down at minimum 30% in September.
We got to tell that story better. Like, we got to get out there and tell more people.
Yeah, I think for me, the financial aspect is, I know the data. I have the data, and I'm happy to share the data. But I think I like to keep flavor to be a very happy, fluffy program to the public eye. But there is a dark side to it. The reason that people are doing this, it's real. There are some restaurants, if they don't make those extra $30,000 in September, guess what? Their doors are going to close.
Yeah.
You know, like that's the reality of it. So I'm not the hero here. The heroes are the diners that are out dining during September.
Well, we love you guys, and whatever the chamber could do to help promote
Yeah,
it. We do it
you
every
guys are the
year.
best.
We think it's really good for our region. It's really good for our businesses, our chamber members, our non-chamber members. At the end of the day, we want the best for the business community as a whole. So, we've got your back, and whatever we could do to help you get the word out, we're there.
The chamber, like I said, you guys do a great job. I have a question that I wonder if you know the answers to this. Let's test your knowledge right now. And if you can tell me the top 10 professions in Palm Beach County, doesn't have to be in order, but the top 10, what are they?
Oh my God, Kerri, top 10? You're putting me on the spot here. All right, so I talked about the medical, the healthcare industry, so that's got to be up there, right?
Healthcare workers, number one.
Number one, boom, done. Hospitality and tourism.
Number 4.
That's a big part of it. Retail.
2.
2.
Yep.
Man, I'm knocking out of the park.
We have a lot of retail here.
Construction. Construction has to be on that list. Construction workers.
Number 7.
Number 7. Education. Like the school district's one of the biggest employers in the county, if not the biggest.
Number 6.
Number 6. You could put that on there. I could cheat a little bit
No,
if
you
I
can't
needed
see
to.
it.
I talked about education. We talked about hospitality. Financial services.
Number
We
8.
talked a little bit about that as well. Gosh, how many do I have so far? What is that, 6, 7?
You've got 6.
I've got 6, so I've got 4 more. What else? What else we got there? What else do we have on that
We've
list?
got number 3, office and administration
Okay,
staff.
I would have missed that one.
Number 5, management occupations.
I probably would have missed that
Business
one.
managers, operation managers. Number 9, transportation and logistics workers.
Okay.
And number 10, professional services.
Oh yeah, professional services. Yep.
Those are the top 10 professions in Palm Beach County.
It's crazy, and you know what? That list is changing every day.
Yeah.
Every day. I mean, that financial services piece, those jobs are growing more and more, and it's crazy how quickly that list could change.
Yeah. But interesting that you mentioned healthcare workers, and there it was, number 1.
It's crazy. Look, we don't get enough credit on how good our healthcare is here in Palm Beach County, right? People just don't talk about that enough. So yeah, healthcare, number 1.
All right. So what's a leadership mistake that you've made but made you better ultimately?
Oh my God, I've made so many
Did you
mistakes
fire
over
the
the
wrong
years.
guy ever?
Well, I will say that, I've made a lot of mistakes over the years, a lot of mistakes. I think early on in my career, I tried to do everything, right? I wanted everything to be perfect. I am borderline OCD, right? I like everything in a spot. I like my desk organized in certain ways. I like things to get done in a certain way. So I would say probably the biggest mistake that I made early on was trying to do everything myself. Whereas now I try my best to empower my team to do more for them so that they learn, so that they grow. And it gives me the opportunity to really focus on what's really, really important for our organization. But yeah, that's the biggest mistake. I think early on, I thought I had to do everything myself to do it right. And that was a big faux pas.
You're type A, huh?
Very. Oh my gosh, very.
You're a
Very.
micromanager?
No, not at all.
No, right?
No, not at all.
neither.
Not at all. And my team will tell you that. I'm a big believer in hiring the best possible person ever. Even if they don't have the experience for that role or they're doing something different, but hire the best person and get the heck out of the way. And just support them, give them the resources that they need, give them the vision, right? Steer them in the right direction and get out of the way because there's a reason why you hired that person. And, you go back to a lot of the success that we've had at the chamber, it's because of my unbelievable team.
Yeah.
I've had most of my team's been with me for a long time. 2 of our newest staff members, one of them I coached when she was little. She played basketball with my daughter. The other one, she's a professional athlete. She plays flag football. We've got another one that has multiple years of experience in the chamber world. on top. And those are my 3 newest people. The other ones have been with me for a long time and just share the same passion we have for the community. And I just stay out of their way. Stay out of their way and let them have some fun and hopefully they enjoy it.
I think that's a really good leadership qualities, like tremendously good. Because micromanagers aren't leaders. I've had some bosses where they were micromanagers, but they're not teaching you. They're not leading you at that point. So I think to be type A and to not micromanage is like the perfect recipe for a good leader.
I grew up playing sports, right? And you think back at, the people that have influenced me over the years, and they've always been people that have helped me grow.
Right.
That have helped me grow, whether it's my job or as a dad or as a youth sports coach or as a leader in the community. I mean, to this day, I still have people that mentor me and help me and I'm learning from every single day. But that's the kind of boss that I want to be.
Yeah.
I want to be the boss that 10, 15 years from now, my team's saying, oh, that guy, you know what? He really helped me get from here to here, right? Noel helped me get there. And I think that would make me really, really proud.
Yeah, no, I mean, and you said your daughter, so you have one child or?
I have 4 amazing kids. You've met my daughter Bella, who's just spectacular. My son Gio, who's amazing. He's a manager at Trader Joe's doing some great stuff.
Nice.
My other daughter Avery, who is a sophomore at Dwyer, almost a junior, getting ready to get her license, by the way, which is super scary. And then my awesome, sweet little Colin, who's just amazing. He's starting to play some football, doing some great stuff. All 4 of them are absolutely amazing kids, and I'm super proud of them.
And your wife?
The best.
How long are you guys married?
We just, you know this, right? But we just got married about 1.5 years ago, last January. And we met through my daughter Bella's best friend was her intern. And I got a random
Bella's
text.
best friend was her intern. Oh, okay.
Bella's best friend, who was her best friend since they were like in 8th grade, or I think kindergarten, actually. They grew up together. Her name is Bella too, by the way. Imagine having 2 Bellas in your life that are both strong women. They introduced us through a text. And we've been together ever since. Heather's amazing, sweet, patient, kind, beautiful.
Yeah, I've met your wife. She's beautiful.
She's awesome. I'm so lucky.
Awesome.
I don't know how I landed her, but I'm a super lucky guy.
So Bella, funny story that I want to share with the listeners. I met Bella through a work event of some sort. And I think we followed each other on Instagram, Bella Martinez. And then months later, I met you. No, maybe, but I knew you already. Either way, I run into you and I think then we followed each other on social media or something like that. Well, anyway, I met you separately. And then you had posted a picture on Facebook of your family. And I go, why is Bella in Noel's picture? Because I didn't even know it was a family picture. I was just scrolling through, And I'm like, this is so confusing to me right now. And I could not for the life of me put together the relationship of what was going on. And I'm like, how do they even know each other? I like no idea.
It's crazy. Like I will be.
Then I texted Bella actually, and I was like, "Are you related to Noel?" She goes, "It's my dad." I'm like, "What?" And you had to see the smoke and confusion come out of my brain.
You're like, that guy's old.
God,
I didn't know how old that guy was.
So I don't even think I knew Heather at this point. So I'm like, is Noel dating Bella? Or like, what's happening here? But that doesn't make sense in age range, but I didn't know how old either one of you or either. So I had no idea. I was just very confused for a minute there.
I don't blame you. Like, Bella does government affairs.
Because she's so mature for her age.
She is.
So it's like, I almost, would think she's like, and she doesn't look like in her 30s, but maturity she could be, I feel, so.
She's unbelievable. She's in government affairs for a waste and recycling company here in Palm Beach County. So we're at a lot of the same stuff. Like I could be at a city council meeting and here comes Bella and sits right next to me. It's so weird.
How cute is that though?
It is super cool. And then she'll be speaking at a community event somewhere or a council meeting or something. And like elected officials will send me pictures of her. Look at Bella. We're so proud of Bella. Like they've known her since she was little. She's
cool.
Unbelievable. But
she's so cool.
Crazy world.
Like I actually want to be her. She's just traveling. Like
we should get her on this podcast. We should have invited her.
Oh, she should have been on. So I'm going to have you finish this sentence. Palm Beach County becomes the best place in the country for business when?
Oh my God, I know this is easy. This is easy. When we work together, 100%. Like collaboration is key to everything that we're doing. We've been talking about this the whole time, right? I think that's what makes this community special. That's why everybody and their mother wants to move their business here. That's why everybody wants to live here. That's why we love where we live, is because we have a community that works together, right? Doesn't mean we're always going to agree. It does not, right? It's okay to have a healthy disagreement, right? But when we work together, we could get things done. We could get things done better. And I think as long as we continue to do that, we're going to be one of the best places in the world to live, work, and play. We really are, because we've got all the assets. We've got everything we need here in Palm Beach North, but collaboration is key.
You live in Gardens, right?
I live in Abacoa. I live in the Heights.
Oh, you're in the Heights. Okay. Okay. Have you go to Abacoa events, don't you?
All the
Downtown
time. Yeah,
Abacoa?
we're on our golf cart every weekend.
So
Like we never
much
drive.
music going on right now.
They're doing a great job there.
Like
There
I'm
really
really
is.
enjoying the music.
Again, another thing that makes our community special is like we could walk there. We could take our golf cart there. Like there aren't a ton of communities that you could do that.
You know who else is a flavor sponsor this season?
Who's that?
Jupiter Toxie Taxi.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know them?
I see them all the time.
She
through
can
the
golf
neighborhood.
cart you right over there.
Yeah,
you
it's
don't
good.
even have to have a golf cart. You just call Toxie Taxi and they'll take you.
I actually have her number in my phone somewhere
Jess,
in case
she's
I
cool.
ever need her.
She's awesome.
I do. I have it. I've met her out and about.
Does she belong to the chamber?
I don't know, but we need to get her to.
We're gonna get Jess to join the chamber.
All right, Jess, you hear this? Wherever you're at, Jess, we're gonna get you on.
You gotta give her like the friends and family rate.
Okay. All right, we'll make it happen.
She'll do it. She'll do it.
She'll get the carry rate.
So, what is one Palm Beach business everyone should try? Doesn't have to be a restaurant. We can cut that one.
I
if
got
you
this.
want.
I got
Okay,
this.
Okay.
I got this. No. Sarah Slow Jams.
Okay.
Sarah Cohen. We have a big event this week, our big awards dinner, and she's one of the finalists for our Small Business of the Year. Amazing woman. Started this business on her counter. She just likes to cook and started making different jellies and jams. And next thing you know, she's at the green market and she's doing this all on the side and has really grown a really, really cool business. So go look it up, Google it, Sarah Slow Jam, go to her website, buy it. It's so good.
I have her jam on my counter.
It is so good.
Well, I have one in the fridge because it's open. I have a strawberry in the fridge, and I have a mango on the counter that's not open yet.
She's so good.
Mango jalapeno.
Oh, that's good stuff. Try that with some white cheese.
Okay.
Fire.
I'm ready.
Fire,
I already
so
have
good.
it. Because at Artie Grosh, you got to make it right there in front of me. We already discussed this, but I had this question anyway, so I'm going to ask you anyway. Coffee or cocktails? Work meetings.
Coffee.
See, I'm cocktails. See, we already knew this.
But you know me. I enjoy a cocktail just as much as anybody. But I prefer early morning meetings.
I know you do. Oh my gosh. I can't.
I want to be at home
I'll go.
with my amazing
I'll go to
family. I want to be
one.
at home at night.
Yeah. I mean, look, I have spent plenty of time with my son. It's just like,
Well, I didn't mean
he's
it like
also
that.
a night owl too, though.
I didn't mean it like
No,
that.
I know
just
that.
meant,
I know that.
I just meant I want to be
But
at home.
what's funny is my son is a night owl. So it works out just fine for everybody involved.
Oh, yeah.
So just in one word, give me what Palm Beach County's future is in one word.
What are one word? That's another one you didn't prep me for. One word that would describe the future for Palm Beach North. I'll say prosperity.
Okay.
Prosperity. I really think we live in one of the most special places in the country. And I talked a little bit about our growth. I talked a little bit about the diversity of our economy. The arts and culture is part of our fabric. It's part of our DNA here.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about our restaurants, our beaches. Guys, we're an hour and a half boat ride to the Bahamas. I mean, we live in a dynamic place. And if I had to describe Palm Beach North in one word, like you said, or the future, it's prosperity.
I love that we're an hour and a half from the Bahamas and we are 2 hours from Orlando, 2 hours from Miami, 3 hours from Tampa. Like, I can literally just get in my car and go to a different vibe of, I can go to Disney World. I can go party in Miami Beach. I don't do that anymore, but I can go to Tampa,
I've seen your social
go watch
media.
my
You go down and party down there. Don't act like you don't.
on the beach. No. I party in like the Four Seasons at Miami.
Okay. All right, you're right.
Not on the beach.
I didn't mean it on the beach, but you do go down to Miami and have a good time.
I love the Bright Line.
Yeah, it's the best.
I've used it all the time.
The best. My wife and I will go down there, have lunch, have a few cocktails. We'll do a little shopping, and then we're home by 6, 7 o'clock.
I have it actually perfectly planned out. So if I leave my house at 6 p.m. to get on a like 7 o'clock Bright Line I know it's a late dinner, but now we're talking about the weekend. 8 o'clock dinner in Miami or Lauderdale. I'm home by midnight. It's fine. I can do dinner in Miami, no problem.
Yeah.
It's not hard.
You could do it. We could do it in Orlando too. Think about that. We could turn around and go the other way to Orlando. It's a little bit longer though. It's about an hour more.
I think we need a northern stop for Bright Line too. They need like Fort Pierce or something.
We would love one in Palm Beach Gardens, I'll tell you that.
And we need more. It's like, we really need more. We should get Bright Line on the phone. All righty. Well, I'm going to just show you a picture of an image here. And I need you to, it's a person. And you're just going to give this person like one word of advice.
One word of advice.
Mm-hmm. Just based on the photo.
Okay.
Okay.
One word. So I'm going to look at the person and I'm going to say.
You give a sentence.
Okay.
Just give this person.
What kind of advice would I give that person?
Yeah.
Oh my God, where did you find that? Oh my God. Oh my God, where did you find that? Did Bella give you that? Because she's dead. Where did you find that?
Bella's not dead, and yes, she gave it to me.
Oh,
I told her you
my
can't
God.
be mad at her.
Oh my God, what kind of advice could I give that guy?
What do you give this guy?
Lord.
What advice? Look at this face.
Oh my
Look
God.
at this. You're so dapper.
Oh my God, Kerri, you are dead. Oh my God. That is, hey, nice.
Look
nice
at the
little
bow
tuxedo.
tie.
At least he could dress. That guy could dress.
You got swagger. You've got some swagger.
Oh my God, that is horrible. But what advice would I give?
I kind of love it. What year was this?
Noelito. Back then, they called me Noelito. That's what
this isn't
they would
even
call
Noel.
me.
This is Nolito.
Yeah. What would I tell that guy?
What year is this?
Gosh, what am I there? 10, 12? No, probably 12, 13, maybe 14. Maybe 14 years old. You know what? That's a quince, right? So I think I'm dancing someone's like quince. So I have to be 14, 15 there. That's so crazy. I cannot believe that. I can't believe you pulled that out. Advice. Just keep grinding, man. It's going to work out. Just work hard. Keep working hard. You'll be all right. Someday it'll all work out. But go get a haircut.
Look at that face.
Oh my God, you're killing me.
Imagine.
I cannot believe you just did that.
Isn't it cool though to know what this guy became?
Oh God, that guy's lucky.
Right?
That guy, yeah, look, I am the luckiest guy you'll ever meet. Guys like me aren't supposed to be running a chamber of commerce in one of the most beautiful areas in the country. I'm very fortunate. I say it every single day how lucky I am to be leading such an amazing chamber, such an amazing organization, being a part of a very special community. So that guy that you saw in that picture is one lucky dude, you know, and he's got a great life and I'm very thankful for it.
We're going to wrap with that.
I'm good with that if you're good with that.
I'm good with that. Thank you for coming on the show.
This was fun. Thanks for embarrassing me. We're good to go, but it was a blast. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. Thanks for joining me on Forking Around with Flavor South Florida. If you're in the industry, a business owner, or just want a better understanding of what goes into keeping restaurants alive and thriving, make sure you subscribe and share this episode with someone who should hear it. Flavor South Florida takes place every September from the 1st through the 30th between Palm Beach County and the Treasure Coast. You can find all the amazing dining deals and participating restaurants at flavorsouthflorida.com. Until next time, keep supporting local and keep forking around.